Hello and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever heard of swordfish, a strong and giant fish? They can weigh from 50 to 200 kilos and measure from 1.5 to 3 meters long. So how to catch them? Today, join me and the sailors on a trip to sea to discover the answer to this question. Swordfish is one of the largest and rare marine fish species hunted worldwide. The most prominent feature of the swordfish is its elongated beak, like a sword, from which the name swordfish comes. They often live in tropical and temperate seas, move in deep water, and often appear in near-shore areas. In addition, swordfish are also known as one of the gladiators of the sea, due to their speed and strength in hunting. They are often difficult opponents for fishermen because of their ability to run fast and use their sharp beaks for defense. One of the seas famous for the present is the waters off the coast of Florida, USA. The appropriate time to catch swordfish is usually in the summer and fall. During these months, ocean temperatures are often warmer, causing swordfish to move closer to the water's surface. This makes catching fish easier and increases the fisherman's chances of success. This event usually takes place early in the morning, when fish are most active, and fishermen will get on their boats to go out to catch. The swordfish fishing process often begins with preparing equipment and boats. Fishermen will check and prepare fishing equipment such as fishing rods, hooks, bait, and nets. Boats also need to be thoroughly inspected to ensure safety and efficiency during the trip. Fishing rods for swordfish are often designed to be strong and sturdy, to be able to withstand the great weight and tension from the fish when biting the bait. The design of a fishing rod typically includes a long and flexible rod made from materials such as high-strength fiberglass or carbon fiber. Swordfish fishing rods are usually 1.8 to 2.4 meters, 6 to 8 feet long, but can also be longer depending on the user's preferences and skills. But for professional fishermen and trawlers, with impressive weight and size, especially when this is their target in fishing races. So, one of the most popular and widely used types of fishing rods for swordfish fishing is the trolling rod. Trolling fishing rods are often designed to be strong and withstand great pressure from the fish when biting the bait. They are flexible and long enough to hold the swordfish tightly during fishing. Bait for swordfish is an important part of the process of catching them. Anglers often choose bait to attract the attention of swordfish and stimulate their hunting instincts. Artificial baits, such as lures, jigs, or plastic swim baits, are often used for swordfish fishing. They are designed to mimic the shape and movement of natural prey to attract the attention of swordfish. Artificial baits, such as pieces of fish meat or baits with images of the prey species, are also used. They can be a good choice when live bait is not available or as a substitute for live bait. In addition, some anglers also make their own bait from natural ingredients such as fish, shellfish, or other foods to attract the attention of swordfish. Lure selection often depends on water conditions, season, and the angler's personal experience. After everything is ready, the boats will leave the wharf and move to locations where many swordfish are believed to be active. Swordfish usually live in the middle and deep waters of the sea. They are adapted to deep water environments, often moving at depths of 200 to 800 meters, 656 to 2,625 feet. So normally, fishermen will use tools such as sonar or radar to search and track schools of fish. When reaching the desired location, fishermen will proceed with fishing by casting nets or using tree lines. Fishing techniques may include using artificial or live bait to attract swordfish. When swordfish are caught, fishermen often have to quickly drag the fish onto the boat to ensure the safety of both the fish and themselves. This process requires agility and technical skill on the part of the fisherman, especially when faced with a strong fish like the swordfish. Fishermen often use fishing rods or fishing nets to pull fish up from the water onto the boat. The choice between fishing rod and net often depends on the size of the fish and the fishing style of the fisherman. When using a fishing rod, the fisherman will hold the rod tightly and use the strength of his whole body to pull the fish onto the shore. This process requires flexibility and strength, as swordfish are often quite strong and can cause great resistance. Meanwhile, when using a fishing net, fishermen will use a net large enough to hold the fish and use the strength of the whole group to pull the net onto the boat. This often requires good coordination between team members to ensure that the fish is hauled aboard safely and efficiently. This process may repeat several times throughout the trip, and the time and number of fish caught may vary depending on many factors such as season, weather, and the skill of the fisherman. The meat of swordfish has a special texture and is known for its unique flavor. Usually light pink to dark pink, swordfish meat is uniform and attractive to the eye. The softness of the meat is a prominent feature, making swordfish meat not too rough or crunchy like some other types of fish. When cooked, swordfish meat becomes soft and melts in the mouth, giving it a characteristic sweet flavor and rich aftertaste. This flavor is often described as plump and delicious. Swordfish meat can be prepared in many different ways, from grilling, frying, steaming, to stewing or grilling. It is also often used in many attractive and rich sea dishes. However, due to the unsustainable process of swordfish fishing, many organizations and individuals are making efforts to protect and maintain this resource to ensure the survival of this precious fish species in the future. Measures to protect swordfish include imposing regulations restricting swordfish fishing, establishing no fishing areas, and promoting more sustainable fishing methods such as seasonal fishing or use fishing equipment more effectively. In addition, education and propaganda programs are also deployed to raise public awareness of the threatened status of swordfish and encourage action to protect the marine environment. Scientific research is also underway to better understand the biology and reproduction of swordfish, thereby proposing more effective conservation measures. All of these efforts are aimed at protecting and maintaining swordfish stocks, keeping them viable and thriving in today's changing marine environment. Have you ever seen this strange fish? Its name is halibut, a type of sea fish originating from cold waters, mainly found in the North Atlantic and North Pacific waters. They belong to the flatfish family, with a flat and wide body, usually brown or grey in colour with small spots or veins on the back. Flounder are one of the largest marine fish, able to reach significant weight and size depending on their age. They can weigh from a few kilograms to more than 300 kilograms and be from a few tens of centimeters to more than 4 meters long. Weight and size usually range from 11 to 16 kilos and 90 to 150 centimeters for adults. Juvenile flounder are usually smaller, weighing a few kilograms and 30 to 60 centimeters long. A notable feature is their large eyes located on the side of their head, allowing them to lie flat on the seabed and still observe their surroundings. So, how to catch this halibut fish? Let's find out with me now. Halibut fishing is an exciting activity enjoyed by many in the sport fishing community. To fish for halibut, anglers will need to prepare necessary equipment including fishing rods, bait, boats or vessels, harpoons or nets, and life jackets. Ensure that all equipment is thoroughly checked and operational before starting. For halibut fishing, a popular choice is to use medium to large-sized fishing rods capable of bearing heavy loads while still being sensitive enough to detect fish strikes. Long rods, ranging from 7 to 9 feet, about 2.1 to 2.7 meters, with medium stiffness and made from materials like fiberglass or graphite, are commonly chosen. These rods provide the necessary power to deal with the strength of halibut while maintaining sensitivity to feel every movement of the fish. Particularly, lightweight and comfortable rods are used for prolonged use without causing fatigue to the angler. Note that halibut prefer to hide beneath the seabed, so ensure you place the bait deep underwater to attract them, typically ranging from 30 to 150 meters below the sea surface. When fishing for halibut, selecting suitable bait is crucial. Some popular and effective choices include fresh fish, such as herring, sardines, or mackerel. You can use a portion of the fish or cut it into strips to create an enticing bait effect. Additionally, crabs or scallops are also common choices. Use them as live bait or chop them into small pieces to create an attractive scent underwater. Squid is another popular alternative. You can use fresh squid or cut it into strips to create an enticing bait effect. Additionally, artificial baits such as jigs or baited rigs can also work well, providing flexibility in changing fishing styles and attracting halibut's attention. After releasing the bait, wait for a while until you sense the fish's strike, then wait a short period before lifting the rod to allow the halibut to take the bait into its mouth and hold onto it. Halibut fishing may take time and effort, especially when catching larger ones. But with patience and determination, you'll have the chance to catch a memorable halibut. Once caught, the fish should be immediately preserved with ice throughout the transportation process to the processing location to maintain its freshness. Upon arrival at home, the processing process begins by placing the fish on a clean working surface. The outer surface of the fish is cleaned with cold water or diluted salt water to remove dirt and impurities. Next, the chef will use a sharpened knife to cut a line longitudinally along the fish from body to tail, staying close to the bone. Continue cutting along the bone, from the head to the tail. Use the knife to continue cutting deep into the meat, maintaining a sharp angle to ensure you don't miss any meat. Once you've cut along the bone, you'll be able to easily separate the fish fillet from the bone. Do the same with the other side, and at this point, the internal organs will be exposed. Use your hand or a small tool to remove organs such as the intestines and liver from the fish's belly. Do this carefully to avoid damaging or soiling other parts of the fish. Check the fillet again to ensure there are no small bones still clinging to the meat, and remove them with tweezers or small pliers, ensuring they are completely separated and no bones remain. Continue to skin the fish along its entire length, from the tail to the head. Rinse the fish meat under cold water once again to remove any remaining residue before cooking or preserving. The flesh of halibut typically has a delicious flavor and a thick, dense texture, rich in oils. If you want to fully enjoy this natural flavor, try halibut sashimi. In addition to being highly nutritious, halibut is also an important source of omega-3 fatty acids, which help improve heart and brain health. However, due to overfishing and environmental pollution, some halibut species are at risk of declining numbers. Therefore, protecting and sustainably managing halibut fishery resources is extremely important. Have you ever tried to imagine yourself catching a giant mackerel? Come explore with me. King mackerel, also known by its scientific name Scomberomorus cavala, is a large marine fish of the Scombridae family, widely distributed in warm seas from the Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean and Mexican waters. The distinguishing feature of this species is its long, sturdy body with a dark green or dark grey back and white underneath, often with black bars or horizontal bands. The king mackerel's upper jaw has sharp teeth, helping it easily catch prey. King mackerel are typically large in size, with an average length of 24 to 36 inches, about 60 to 90 centimeters, and a weight that can reach 90 pounds, about 40 kilos, although the fish is commonly used by humans. We see that when fishing, fish usually weigh from 10 to 30 pounds, about 5 to 14 kilos. This species usually lives near the coast, in warm waters and depths from 30 to 150 feet, about 9 to 45 meters. King mackerel often moves in schools and hunts for prey such as small fish, salmon and herring. To successfully fish king mackerel, choosing a suitable fishing rod is very important. This fishing rod should have enough strength and flexibility to deal with this powerful fish. Typically, anglers often choose fishing rods with a length of 6 to 9 feet, with medium-heavy or heavy construction to ensure enough strength when fighting king mackerel. Fishing rods are often made from composite carbon fiber or fiberglass to ensure durability and flexibility. At the same time, the sensitivity of the fishing rod also needs to be considered to feel the strike and action of the fish. You need to choose a fishing reel that suits your fishing rod and the type of fish you want to catch. For king mackerel, anglers often choose fishing reels with high gear ratios to be able to quickly pull fish from the seabed to the surface. Fishing line is an important factor. You should choose a line with high durability and good abrasion resistance in the marine environment. Popular options for line when fishing the king mackerel include fluorocarbon line and nylon braided line. The fishing hook is usually chosen as a single hook or double hook, depending on the type of bait and fishing style. The size of the hook also needs to match the size of the king mackerel and the type of bait used. The hook needs to be made from high-quality materials, sharp and durable to ensure a firm grip on the fish once caught. Next, popular choices for bait include small mackerel, sardine, or herring, used live or cut into small pieces. These fish emit a strong flavor and have an attractive aroma, attracting the attention of king mackerel. In addition, artificial lures such as large spoons, feather jigs, and plugs are also used to simulate bait fish behavior and attract king mackerel. Cut baits made from mackerel, bluefish, or bonito are also popular and can create an attractive taste in the water. Finally, some anglers also make their own bait from natural ingredients such as fish, meat, or fat, combined with various flavorings and additives. Lure selection often depends on factors such as weather conditions, environment, and the king mackerel's eating habits, and testing and adjusting lures is important to achieve fishing success. The process of king mackerel fishing often begins with choosing a suitable fishing location. King mackerel is usually found in warm waters where there are many food sources such as small fish and sardines. Areas near coral reefs, sandbars, or areas with a lot of current are popular fishing spots. After choosing the location, the fisherman will prepare fishing equipment such as fishing rod, fishing reel, fishing line, hook, and bait. The bait is usually small fish or artificial lures carefully selected to attract the attention of the king mackerel. When ready, the fisherman will drop the fishing rod into the water and wait. Using a motor fishing rod with a high gear ratio helps anglers easily pull fish up from the seabed. When a fish bites the bait, the angler will feel the strike through the rod and begin to pull up on the rod. King mackerel often has powerful strikes and fast speeds, so anglers need to use fishing techniques and skills to control and keep the fish in a stable condition. When catching a fish, the fisherman will carefully pull the fish to shore and use the hook to hook the fish. King mackerel are typically strong and agile fish, so anglers need to be careful to avoid injury while working with the fish. Ultimately, the fisherman may decide to keep the fish for use as food or release the fish back into the ocean if the fish is undersized or undesirable. The process of cutting king mackerel is an important part of preparing fish for cooking or storage. First, the fish needs to be rinsed under cold water to remove any dirt on the surface. The fish is opened and the internal organs are removed. This process needs to be done carefully so as not to damage or lose the flesh of the fish. Next, the ribs and skin of the fish are removed to leave only the meat. This process also requires care to ensure the ribs and skin are removed cleanly. If desired, you can then cut the fish into smaller pieces for easier handling or cooking. The process of cutting king mackerel fish needs to be done carefully and skillfully to ensure the safety and quality of the fish meat. The meat of king mackerel is usually pink in color and has a rich flavor, suitable for many processing methods such as grilling, frying, steaming, or using to make sashimi and sushi. However, despite being rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins and minerals, king mackerel fish meat also contains trace amounts of the toxin methylmercury. Therefore, it is necessary to follow the instructions of health authorities on the safe consumption of fish, especially for pregnant women and children. Regarding fishing, there are regulations and limits in place to ensure the sustainability of resources and the protection of the marine environment. We value your input. Let us know what areas you'd like us to cover in our next video. Remember to share, like, and hit the notification bell for updates on our latest videos. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one.